We knew what was up.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're back on the video.
We're back on the video. We're going to splice them together.
Lucas had left because on Skype you can't record if it's only just one person, so quit flexing on them hoes.
Sorry.
I'm glad you also said not recommend. We're jumping ahead, but I don't think this is a film that you recommend to people.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
You have to be somebody that's searching out this kind of film on your own.
Yeah.
So
I feel bad for
making Lucas watch it.
Making Lucas watch it. Now we're talking about it to dozens of people.
Yeah. You want to hear some reviews before we're done?
No.
Oh, I guess critics gave it a 65 average and audiences a 69.5. Us three was a 5.63.
Yeah, very polarizing.
Yeah. 8
You and I aligned
0.6.
pretty well.
Yeah.
I think watching it together probably helped.
I think I would have been where I was.
You think so, watching it by yourself? I think I would have been too, but I'm like I said,
Looking back at all the tier 3 iceberg horror films that I had brought up previously, this is the best that I've seen of them. Like I said, Human Centipede 2 is just in bad taste, especially compared to the first one. I've seen, like, the other one that I remember seeing on there was a Serbian film. And, especially now that having a kid, but seeing the scenes that have it banned from 17 countries of newborn porn is incredibly hard to watch.
Why did you watch that?
I watched it with my cousin Eric and his friend Coda.
That makes sense. Your cousin Eric seems insane.
He's a cool guy.
Yeah. Oh, he seems super cool, too. I've only met him a couple times, but all the stories that you tell specifically, I'm like, that guy's wild.
Well, it was his friend Coda that had us watch it. He had gotten the DVD of it and another French film. Maybe it's called, like, Inside or something, where there's, like, a killer inside the house, but they end up torturing the killer. And it was, like,
Interesting.
It was very, like,
flip the script on
art house, like,
similar kind of
murderer in the house kind of thing.
Interesting.
Murder in the art house.
Ooh.
So we watched those back to back together, and it was like the first time I had met Coda. I'm like, I'm glad the first time meeting you was watching a Serbian film.
Yeah. I'm never going to see you again.
Yeah. A Serbian film, my mom has seen it. Terrible.
We should have just done Killing of a Sacred Deer, man.
We did Martyrs.
Yeah.
So let's hear what some people have to say.
Let's get into the movie.
Critics. Ryan Turek from Shock Till You Drop. I don't know how big of a critic this is, but he said this is the new yardstick against which all forms of extreme genre films should be measured against. So I'm saying I thought it was a tier above the others. John Griffin at the Montreal Gazette, which is where it had been filmed and aired, said a film of almost unspeakable horror and sadism that is also a cleverly controlled exercise in hardcore terror with a real end in mind. 3.5 out of 4 stars. That's an 87.5. And last is by Maitland McDonough of TV Guide, which is the one from my facts earlier that had said that had noticed the Roman Catholic notions in it. Maitland McDonough at TV Guide had to say that for all its brutality, Martyrs is a conspicuously high-minded, rooted in the centuries-old notion that spiritual transcendent lies just beyond the horizon of pain. You don't have to be Catholic to shudder at Pascal Legier's Martyrs, but it helps. I really like that review.
Yeah.
Not being maybe this would fuck us up more if we were like super religious too, or maybe it wouldn't. And it would see that there is this enlightenment. I don't know.
I feel like if you're too religious watching this movie, you'd see it and be like, this is not what real Catholicism is about at all.
True.
You'd be like even more disconnected from it.
True. Okay. And user reviews. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Normal. First up, Cost Mask.
Normal.
Lucas hates this guy, but he says he hate it more than Martyrs.
Probably.
Oh, really? You think?
Yeah, Lucas doesn't have to watch this movie ever again, but he'll hear Cost Mask for years.
November 30th, 2008. Going into this movie, I wasn't sure what to expect. By choice, I refused to read many things about the movies I watch. So going into the movie, I was kind of afraid what would come. They made a big deal about the past of a girl that is found at the beginning of the movie. So I was constantly on the edge of my seat, expecting a flashback with gruesome stuff. Let's just say I was in for a surprise, especially because the movie itself, despite all the violence, has a philosophical touch to it. I can't put my finger on it, but you can't compare it, to Inside or Frontiers.
Nice.
Maybe that is what it is, a French horror film.
I bet.
There are a few things that I didn't like.
So you can't compare it to Inside? Like those
Correct.
are better? Okay.
No, or that it's in a completely different class.
Oh, okay.
This had the philosophical touch to it.
Gotcha. So this is better than those two.
It's
and this
different.
Maybe this guy is an idiot.
There's a philosophical touch to it. I can't put my finger on it, but you can't compare it to Inside or Frontiers. There are a few things that I didn't like, but that didn't affect my overall feeling for this movie. It is not fun to watch, but it might get you thinking about a few things. 8 out of 10. I mean, he's...
Good review.
He's right with us. I do think a good review as well.
Nice.
Finish that off, buddy old pal.
Right, you're supposed to twist the bottle when you're done pouring. I'm bad at it. But you'll see. You want to do all that, and then you want to twist on the way up so it catches that drop right there.
Do you clink it on the glass too?
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do?
For the recording.
For the recording, yeah. When you pour wine, you're supposed to clink it on the glass for the person recording you.
You want to hold it by the ass, and you want whoever you're pouring it for, the label to be facing them so they can see what they're drinking. And then you twist on the way up to catch the little droplet.
Okay.
I've done a lot of work with wine, unfortunately.
Olive Garden.
Olive Garden, the local.
How good at you? How good at you?
How
good at you to selling wine?
I think I'm gonna
not recommend this.
How good am I at selling wine?
Yeah.
I'm pretty good if I try at it, but I didn't really try all that much.
I remember you said there was somebody at Olive Garden that was spectacular at it.
Oh, yeah. He was the biggest fucking asshole. He wasn't an asshole, sorry. But he talked like a douchebag. You know, like, well, let me tell you about this Riscato here, all right? It's going to be, don't be afraid. It's a red wine, I know. It always turns people off a little bit bitter. But check this out. I'm going to get you a little sample right here, hook you up, and you're going to see what happens. It's
grape
chilled,
juice.
not like a red wine usually is.
Grape juice.
Chilled 33 degrees, precisely where you want it. Now take a little sip here. You're going to get the nice sweet notes of this. Oh my god, that is so good. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Now, we can do a glass of this. It's going to be about $8.50, but I'm going to tell you what. 4 glasses of this, the whole bottle, $21. It'll save you a little bit of money. You're each going to want a glass anyway. What do you say? And they're like, oh, let's get a bottle. Selling a bottle, huge deal. You like get a dinner if you sell 2 at a night.
You get sucked off in the bathroom.
You get sucked off in the bathroom if you sell a bottle.
By one of the hostesses.
Yeah. I hated that guy, though. He was a friend of mine, but I hated him.
Did you like working with Nadine?
Yeah, I didn't talk to her too much, but she was nice. I mean, she was a host, so I, didn't see her besides being mad that she double sat me.
Did you ever know Riley Hastings?
Yeah. Yeah, they were good friends.
I only knew her because she was in German class with me.
Oh, really?
What?
They go to high school with us?
Yeah. Nadine didn't.
Fresh...
She went to senior.
Yeah, but I'm guessing Riley was like a sophomore, freshman.
She's in Carter's grade. Well, I was a junior. She was a freshman.
Okay.
But so I didn't start foreign language until junior year because I did wood shop and shit.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Next. No God, No Masters. You love this guy.
Mm-hmm.
On January 15th, 2018, he says, Lucy and Anna grew up together in a shelter for abused kids. Lucy had undergone an ordeal and is not crazy, and she sees demons. Years later, she still sees demons and is out for revenge. I wanted to turn the film off in the first 10 minutes. I didn't really like the overall plot.
Sounds like someone we know.
I thought it was a bit silly. What makes the film stand out from the other slashers is the realism. You can almost feel the pain inflicted on the victim. Give me fake blood and gore with the girls who take showers. 6 out of 10. This wasn't a slasher.
No, not at all. No.
I think he missed it completely, but...
Well, he was saying it's the gore of a slasher, but it's not a slasher. That's what separates it.
He said what makes this stand out from other slashers. So
is that what he said?
Grouping it with slashers is the realism.
That's kind of weird. The weirdo move.
He'll take Friday the 13th instead. Hot girls taking showers and gore and slashing.
I just like this guy's name. I don't think I align with him very much.
Well, usually he also does the ratings where it's like a little short snippet and he's like 3 F words, some nudity. And then that's it.
Is that what he does?
Yeah.
I honestly never remember anybody's reviews except for the little bluebird because it's
Snoopy.
9 years long. And Snoopy because he's a fucking genius. I wish he could win best user
and
reviewer
Bevo because he's an idiot
season.
and every movie a 10 because he shits on it and then gives it a 10.
It smells like cheese because they're like an idiot savant.
Didn't
I say they?
Yeah. But I just wanted to specify.
I know it's a woman. It's
usually
my
when we
soulmate.
say an idiot, I think it's usually a man.
It's me.
I wasn't going to say you, but sure, go off, King.
Yeah. King.
Next, Athanasiozzi.
It's a good one.
August 24th, 2011, they say the director seems that he wanted not only to provoke the audience, but to torture the audience, to make us who watch the movie feel sad and unpleasant. This is a torture porn film for the audience. not only for the main characters. If you watch this movie, you will get tortured psychologically in ways that you can never imagine. I'm not a sensitive guy, and I don't like movies like Mary Poppins. I've seen a lot of horror films, but this was beyond my limits. Don't see this disgusting movie. The world is ugly enough. We don't need to shroud and darken our souls by watching this. 1 out of 10.
Who is this?
Thanasiosi.
And what season is this?
8.
Season 8 user reviewers.
Right here.
Oh. Yeah.
Thanasiosi. And then put Martyrs
Yeah, good call.
in parentheses or something. This might just be Lucas. But I mean,
This guy's like, I'm not a sensitive guy. I don't like Harry Poppins. Mary Poppins.
Mary
Like, that's
Potter.
the most sensitive movie ever.
No, but I mean, he said the right things. Like, he didn't want to only provoke the audience, but torture us and to make us feel sad and unpleasant. And it's torture porn for not only us, but for the actors. Like, he got this all right, but then he was like, I'm not a sensitive little bitch. I flex on them hoes. Next is by BA_Harrison. I've used this guy a lot before.
BA_NANAS. You do
Nice.
use this guy a lot.
May 21st, 2009, he says, it's a rare horror film that lingers in my mind for days after viewing, gnawing at my subconscious, but Martyrs from the French director Pascal Legier achieves just that thanks to its continuously evolving storyline and sheer unrelenting brutality that is guaranteed to disturb. Lagier displays incredible control of his material, delivering tense horror and nerve-shredding terror, whilst also splashing bright red gore across every frame. By the closing credits, even the most bloodthirsty of gorehounds will have had their fill of the shotgun wounds, lump hammer attacks, cutthroat razor slashing, and skin removal. And although there are points at which I felt it might have been wiser to end the film, Martyrs' ultimately ambiguous ending does at least invite conjecture and debate about such lofty subjects as religion and the afterlife. 9 out of 10. I think this is a stunner review.
It's really good. Really in depth.
Stunner review. And I think this will be a film that lingers in my subconscious for a while.
Yeah.
I don't think
just
it's gonna
the ending for me.
I don't think it's gonna give me nightmares or anything, but I'll be thinking about this film.
Yeah. Well, that's the funny thing. They keep bringing up the realism of it. And, like, I think that's a big part of why Lucas probably did not like it very much. Is because of how real it felt. Because if you think about it, like, Poo, Blood, and Honey was maybe more graphic, at least on the same level with, like, running over somebody's head with car.
Yeah.
All the like,
But that is
a
literally
sword through somebody's
pointless
mouth.
gore that you can remove yourself
Yeah,
from.
well, that's why this one hurts so much more is how real it all feels.
And that's what I tried
The
to tell
motivation
him.
behind it all. Well, I mean, even if he understands all that, but
Yeah.
he just hates that about it.
I just
It's
felt
the same reason we love it as why he hates it.
I felt redeemed about it when he was like, nothing will... I can remove myself from any scenario. I couldn't finish this movie, guys.
Yeah. Well, he said that, and then he gave examples of why he was like, maybe that's not true.
Yeah, that's true.
He walked it back a little bit, but it does feel a little good to boast about
Yeah.
something. Finally.
We bested him!
Yeah, I'll never be taller than him, but I liked Martyrs at
I will
least.
definitely never be taller than him.
Yeah, there could be a freak accident where I'm taller someday. But
Yeah.
you would die before you're taller than him, I think.
That
if
is
you
a
got
10
stretched out.
10-inch difference.
Yeah.
I'd be so hot.
Imagine.
10-inch difference? I'd be like real skinny too.
Yeah.
Damn. I'm mad. That's going to be lingering in my subconscious before Martyrs.
Yes, that'll give me nightmares. Not being tall.
What's the ideal height? Marina and I were saying 6'2", I think, is like a girl's always like, oh, he's got to be 6 foot or taller.
Yeah.
But when you hit like 6'7", you're like, that's a little too tall.
I don't know. For me, 6'7" would be awesome. It depends on whose ideals you're talking about.
I'm talking about girls.
Girls' ideals? Man, I don't know. Some girls like a real tall guy. Like 6'7".
That's so
That's
tall.
That's how Jeanette
Six-
McCurdy likes them.
That's true. But like 6'2", that's like totally manageable. Like
Yeah, I'd say that's probably the one because that's a good quarterback height. It's a good running back height.
point guard. No, that's so tall for a running back. Damn,
Brandon
it'd be
Jacobs
huge.
was 6'4".
Yeah, he's an exception.
Yeah, but I'm
Most
just
running
saying.
backs are like 5'11".
Travis Henry's like, or Derrick Henry's like 6'2".
He's also another exception. He's a monster.
and he's perfect, isn't he?
He's really good.
So
Um,
good receiver.
point guard height.
Great point guard height.
Could you imagine Devin like 1.5 inches taller? Dude.
Could you imagine me 1.5 inches longer?
Yeah.
Bad joke.
I got 3 short ones to finish it off.
Let's
Alex
go.
Beaumont Pokemon
Good name.
on February 27th, 2021 says, the most awful thing I've ever seen. I wanted to be sick multiple times, and it felt like I'd die after watching it. So the director 100% achieved their goals of making a truly horrific film. 10 out of 10.
All right.
They flipped it. It's like the worst thing I've ever seen. I was sick.
I thought I was going to die.
But he did it.
Maybe he likes dying.
Maybe.
Or she.
Or
Pokemon could be a girl.
Alex could be boy or girl as well.
That's very true.
Rotini _52586.
It's weird when girls are named Alex, though.
Yeah, that would be weird.
It's cringe.
Rotini 52586.
What is this guy, a pasta or something?
On January 14th, 2020, pasta. 2021 says,